We sell all these components individually. We sell them as a package. The nice thing about this is this literally can be a plug and play package. Part of the work though is the initial setup. Depending on the vehicle, as long as we can validate it, we can pre-set it up for you. So we can assemble it all, put all the connectors on it, do it all like this. So when you get it, it is literally remove and replace. So you remove the original, replace it with the new and put it back together, reverse the process. So it makes it super, super easy to upgrade your audio. All right, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we're working on Eric's 2011 BMW 128i. So we actually did this vehicle like 12 years ago. We did a plug and play system at the time that was like one of the first available for the BMWs, because in 2011, BMW made a change where they switched their systems from 6.5s to 4-inch drivers and then an 8 under the seat. And the base model audio cars came with very horrible systems. Like in this particular case, it was the radio and it ran 6 speakers. Technically it ran the tweeters, the middlers, the mid bass under the seats, and then some rear coaxes. But so it was highly underpowered for 4 speakers. It is definitely underpowered for 8 speakers, especially one of those being a subwoofer. So the way they did it is 2 channels ran the underseat subs, the middlers, and the tweeters. Again, way underpowered. So the car sounded horrible. We did a processor in it and the client loved it. I mean, he's had it for 12 years. He now wants to upgrade it. He came into some money and he wants to spend it on his toy. He loves the car. He just loves music, so he wants to update it. There's nothing wrong with it. It still works, it still plays, but he's like, is there better? Can we do better? So we're gonna upgrade all the speakers. We're gonna upgrade the radio, the head unit. At the time, we didn't even upgrade the head unit. It was basically factory radio, and we added an amplifier and swapped out all the speakers. So now, in this round, we're doing a upgraded Alpine Halo. We're adding front and rear cameras, changing all the speakers, and an amplifier with the DSP. But just wanted to show you. So we're doing the Helix product. One of the cool factors about the Helix equipment is that they have this, what's called the flex mount system. So like, this is the speaker, right? See this circle with these little ridges? This is what they call their flex mount adapter. So what it is you buy the speaker, you buy the adapter, you marry the two together, and now the speaker will drop in, bolt in as if it came with the vehicle, as well as the connectors integrated into it. So now it is literally as if this speaker was meant for the vehicle. The other cool thing is this is their CI5. These are amazing. These are subwoofers. Now, they're really thin, obviously, as you can see, but they can take a ton of power and they can play really low. Back in the day, the only option we had was we ran these earthquake subs. They're thin. We can show you. They're still working to this day. They were a good solution, but we can feed way more power and these will run way lower than those ever did, okay? And then on the front doors, same thing. This is the speaker and this triangle shape is the adapter. The nice thing about that is it's what's in their flex mount, it's keyed. So what you do is you put the speaker in and then you cam lock it and it locks into place. So it holds it, so now it reshapes it. So in the front of the vehicle, it's shaped like this. Now, you say, see, it's a triangle pattern. There aren't speakers, unless they're vehicle specific, that come with this specific pattern. This system makes it infinitely flexible because you can generate, you can 3D print, you can fab any adapter, and then you can cam lock the speaker into it. So now it's as if it comes with pre-foamed, pre-gasketed. So when you bolt it to the car, it seals. All the stuff that we always tell you about, right? All the stuff that we always like, hey, if you have 2 mating surfaces, you want them to seal. You want to make adapters that bolt in, but you don't have to have all of these tools and machinery and lasers and CNC, and you can still accomplish a really high level install, right? So this is the rear speaker. Now, it looks odd, but this speaker and this speaker are exactly the same size. But look at that. They are slightly different, right? But it's the adapter that's different. The speaker is identical, basically, except this is a coaxial, so it has a tweeter. This is a mid-range, so it has no tweeter because we have a separate tweeter. We'll show you that in a second. But this is where we tell you the speaker is physically the same exact size, but it's the adapter for the vehicle that makes it different. Same thing, it comes with the gasket, so when you bolt it in, it'll seal. The other cool thing is, this one's in the car. It comes with this Flex Connect system. So all of your Audi, BMW, Porsche, a lot of your European vehicles share the same 2-pin connector. It's just the keyway that's different. So what's cool is, it comes with all these. See how this one's labeled D? There's A, B, C, D, E, I believe. And so what it is you figure out which one you need for the car, and then you snap that in, and now this speaker, literally you take the original wire, plug it in, you're done. I mean, it makes it super, super nice and serviceable. If you ever have an issue, just unplug it, and it's literally a plug and play system, my favorite word. And then even down to the tweeters. So this is really cool. So if you see the tweeter, this is the adapter. See this little ring around the tweeter that's got these 2 little retaining clips? You snap the tweeter into that assembly, and then that assembly snaps into the car's assembly. And it's even got, here, hold on, it's hard to see, but it's even keyed. See that little keyway? And there's a slot here in the key, because the factory tweeter has a slot in the key. So this way you make sure that the tweeter's orientated exactly where it needs to be. And then once you do that, you pop this cover on, and that's the exact plug that's in the vehicle now currently. So again, just super, super, super nice. They thought of everything, damn near everything, right? I mean, it makes it, there's a little prep work. So, right, so you have to buy the speakers, you have to buy the adapters, you have to buy the little keyways and all that stuff. Some of it comes in the box, but depending on the vehicle, you may have to get a different connector, but it's no big deal, right? But then you unbox it and you mate all the things together, make all the connectors, and now it is literally 100% plug and play. There's no cutting of any wires. You just drop it in, plug it in, bolt it in. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. We'll show you the amplifier as well. For the amplifier, they also have a T-harness. So it's a DSP amplifier, and they have a T-harness for it. So you plug it in behind the radio, run it to the back, plug it into the DSP amp, you hook up power, ground, you do your tuning, and it's, again, completely plug and play, completely reversible. So we really like this setup because it kind of follows our methodology, right? So it follows the way we like to do it. You know, we've been doing plug and play systems for a very, very long time. And it's nice that now we can buy some equipment and it already comes. I mean, you still have to do assembly. Again, it's plug and play after some work, right? There are systems out there that the speaker is actually built this way. So it's built with these ears, built with these ears, but then you're kind of tied in to whatever speaker that is. The nice thing about this is they have a couple of levels of these speakers. So you can go with like an i3, an i5, an i7, and as you go up, it's a better speaker. But they use the same flex mount. It's just the driver itself that changes. So this was our original plug and play kit, and it's crazy because even back then we would make plugs. But so now, so this is the original. It was a 4-inch and a tweeter, and this is the original crossover network. So this has capacitors, everything on there, and it's just heat shrunk so that you're able to just kind of wire it in there. And it was plug and play as well. You plug this in, and now you had one whip which went to your tweeter and the other whip which went to your mid-bass driver, right? With the new setup, this is their crossover network. So obviously a little nicer. It has some flexibility as well. So if you look at here, you can adjust the tweeter level. So if your tweeter level is too high, too low, you can adjust that. We're doing a DSP, so we don't need that because we can do that digitally, right, through the software. But now what'll happen is, see, it comes with, this is universal, but it comes with this adapter. So now you plug that in. There's another adapter, and this is the one, so this is the black keyway. See, it converts that one to black, and then that one will snap into that driver I showed you earlier, right? And then the tweeter has the same connector like this, and that will go to the tweeter itself. You know how we have that little whip on the tweeter? So again, we'll mount this, and it will be as if it came with the car from the factory. So this is the original driver, which hooks into here and then snaps in with this keyway. It uses these cam locks. So what we ended up doing, Hondo built this adapter, and same thing, it locks into here, but rather than use the cam, we bolted it in place. So it's held in by these two legs, and then we have machine screws. We thread and tapped plush nuts, so like a machine screw rib nut, into the plastic, and now it slides in and the whole assembly bolts into the existing panel. See, this is the hardware right here. So these are the screws that actually secure it. This started out as a piece of 1/4-inch ABS, and it was machined down so that it has this same foot, so that it slides and locks in exactly the same way. It's gasketed between the adapter and the driver. And you can see, I mean, look at that. Look at how close that is. I mean, it fits by the hair of its chinny chin chin. And then, same thing, made an adapter so that it will still plug in as if it came with the vehicle. So this vehicle will be 100% plug and play. The woofers, all the speakers, amplifier, T-harness, the whole nine. So if the client ever did want to return it to stock, we in essence could reverse the process. So this is the mount that comes in the box. When you buy the speaker, and traditionally when you buy a 4-inch coaxial, whether it be a Midler or a coax, it comes like this. This is what it looks like. It's round and it has 4 mounting tabs, and then you break them off, you modify it, you do whatever you do to make an adapter to make that fit the car. But the nice thing about this, like I said, it's cammed. You can see here, the speaker drops in here, and then you turn it and it cam locks into this space. If you see, there's like a slight angle to it. And I mean, these suckers are tough. You have to like click them in place. So just to show you, so one is labeled C and one is labeled D. But if you look, they're almost identical, except this one has a 4th keyway. So if you tried to put this one in here, it would not fit because that keyway would prevent it. And then vice versa, this one would fit in this because it's missing that keyway, but we don't need it, right? But this way you can swap out and make it whichever plug you happen to have in the vehicle. So that's really cool. Then this is if you see, this is that flex mount I told you for the tweeter. So the tweeter, there's that little keyway. The tweeter snaps into that, and then that snaps into the vehicle. These are the ones for the 4-inch. So if you see, you put the driver in there, snap lock it in place. Now you've converted this to a BMW. And even though these look identical, again, there's a BMW 1 and a BMW 2. What that is the size, right? Because even though it's BMW themselves, this is the same car, and they've changed the mounting solution for the front speakers versus the rear speakers in the same car. So now, if you want to think about this, if it came with this, the only tab you would be able to use is this one, and you'd have to make these two if you wanted to do it properly, right? In the front, same thing. You would only be able to use that one, but you see how much smaller this speaker would be than the original? So you'd have to make an adapter, which we've done in the past, in order to make that made up. All right, and then this is the coolest one of all, because this is this bad boy right here, right? So this sucker, I mean, check out how much is in here. So it's got a seal on the bottom. It's got a seal on the top. It's hard to see because it's, we already put the driver in there. And it's bolted, it's ribbed. See, all this ribbing is for structural support. It's to make this thing more rigid, right? And then it's got the connector integrated. So, and then it's already set up so that you can literally plug it right into the speaker. So again, just a lot of thought that went into this, a lot of engineering. So I just wanted to show you guys. So if you're interested, we sell all these components individually. We sell them as a package. The nice thing about this is this literally can be a plug and play package. Part of the work though is the initial setup. Depending on the vehicle, as long as we can validate it, we can preset it up for you. So we can assemble it all, put all the connectors on it, do it all like this. So when you get it, it is literally remove and replace. So you remove the original, replace it with the new and put it back together, reverse the process. So it makes it super, super easy to upgrade your audio.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.